Okay, so good afternoon, students of CS 6200, CS 6206, or IT 6201. So again, welcome to our virtual class for Principles of Operating Systems and its applications. So right now, our topic is about performing an image-based installation of Windows 7. So what is Windows imaging file format? Tools for performing an image-based installation, the image-based installation process, building an answer file by using Windows SIM, building a reference installation by using a Sysprep, creating a bootable Windows PE media, capturing and applying the installation image by using the image X, modifying images by using the DISM, migrating user data and settings by using the USMT 4.0, and configuring VHDs. Okay, so let us define first what is a Windows imaging file format. So it is a file-based image technology used to install the Windows operating system. So the WIM or the WIM stands for Windows Imaging Format. So it is a file-based disk image format. So it was developed, of course, by Microsoft to help deploy Windows Vista and subsequent versions of the Windows operating system family. So as well as Windows fundamentals for legacy PC. So it provides the following benefits. So it consists of the following: one image for many hardware configurations, multiple images in one file, compression and single instancing, offline servicing of the image file, installation on partitions of any size, modification of image files using the APIs. So API stands for Application Programming Interface. So allow apps to send information between each other. So let one piece of software communicate with each other. Then we have also the non-destructive deployments and bootable image support for Windows PE. So Windows PE or pre-installation environment. So it is a lightweight version of Windows used for the deployment of PC, workstations, and servers, or troubleshooting an operating system. So while it is offline. So it is intended to replace the MS-DOS boot disk and can be booted via USB flash drive or hard disk. So the Windows image files contains one or more compressed Windows images. So each Windows image in a Windows image file contains a list of all of the components, settings, and packages that are available with that Windows image. So the limitations of Windows image files. So the following list describes some of the limitations of using Windows image files. So only an account that has administrator permissions can open the Windows image files. Only one user at a time can open Windows image files. So because Windows image files can contain one or more Windows images, so they are frequently large. So some Windows image files can be several gigabytes in size. So because Windows images can be modified, so through different settings, using a Windows image file to create your answer file might cause you to apply altered default settings and configurations to a recaptured Windows image. So because of these limitations, Windows SIM uses a catalog files to create an answer file. So a catalog file, it is a binary file that only includes the settings and packages in a Windows image. So tools for performing image-based installation. So we have the Windows setup or setup.exe, answer file, we have catalog, we have Windows Automated Installation Kit or the Windows AIK. So it consists of the following: Windows System Image Manager or the Windows SIM. We have the Windows Pre-Installation Environment, the Windows PE. We have the Image X and the User State Migration Tool, so which is the USMT. And other tools for performing image-based installation, we have Deployment Image Servicing and Management, the DISM, Sysprep, this part, the Windows Deployment Services, the WDS, and the Virtual Hard Disk or the VHD. So those are the Windows 7 tools for image-based installation. The Microsoft offers several tools that can be useful in deploying Windows 7 images to your workstations. So those are the few of them, like the catalog. So this is a binary file that contains the state of the settings and packages in a Windows image. The deployment image servicing and management. So use this tool to servicing and managing Windows images. This part, so this is a command line tool. So for configuring the hard disk partitions. This is Sysprep. So this tool removes the computer specific information from a Windows image. So make it more generic. So before you capture the image and deploy it to all the computers on your network. So the Windows Automated Installation Kit. So it includes several tools and documents to assist you in the deployment of operating systems. So here are some of the tools. We have the Windows System Image Manager, the Windows SIM. So allows you to create unattended installation answer files and distribution shares. You can also modify existing configurations. Then next we have the Windows Pre-Installation Environment, which is the Windows PE. This tool is useful for installing and deploying Windows operating systems. It's a minimal operating system with limited services. So that is based on Windows 7 kernel. Then we have the Image X. So a command line tool to capture, modify, and apply installation image for deployment. And we have the User State Migration tool, which is the USMT. So you can use this tool to migrate a user system settings from an older version of Windows to Windows 7. So the Windows Deployment Images, the WDS. So this is a server-based deployment solution so that allows the administrators to add new workstations to the domain without physically visiting the client workstations. So whereas the virtual hard disk, so this is a virtualization solution that uses a Microsoft virtual hard disk file format. So a .vhd is a single file that contains the entire disk image of a computer. So image-based installation process. So first, build an answer file. Second, build a reference installation. Third, create a bootable Windows PE media. Fourth, capture the installation image. And fifth, deploy the installation image. So in installing Windows 7 image-based installation, so yung mga corporate environments have been using imaging for many years as a method to quickly deploy workstation operating systems and applications. So Sysprep has long been included as a deployment utility to support third-party imaging software. So the overall steps in the imaging process are install and configure Windows 7 and applications on a source workstation. Use Sysprep to generalize the source workstation for imaging. So boot the source workstation using the Windows PE. Use ImageX to capture the image from the source workstation and store it in a distribution share. So on the destination workstation, use Windows PE to connect to the distribution share. Use ImageX to apply the image in the distribution share to the destination workstation. So building an answer file by using Windows 7. So to create or open an answer file, so the following procedure describes how to create a new answer file or open an existing answer file by using Windows System Image Manager or the Windows SIM. So after you create or open an answer file, you can add settings and packages to it. So for more information, see configure components and settings in an answer file and add a package to an answer file. So to create an answer file, so first open the Windows System Image Manager. Second, open a Windows image. So for more information, see open a Windows image or catalog file. Third, in the answer file pane, select the top node and right-click to select the new answer file. To open an existing answer file, first open the Windows System Image Manager. Second, right-click the answer file pane and then click Open Answer File. So the open dialog box appears. So third, browse to the existing answer file and then click Open. So the answer file appears in the answer file pane. So the Windows image file that generated the answer file also opens. So if it is still in its original location. So building a reference installation by using Sysprep. So prepares an installation of Windows for duplication, auditing, and delivery. So use Sysprep to first remove system-specific data from the Windows operating system. Second, configure Windows to start in audit mode. Third, configure the Windows operating system to start the Windows welcome page. And fourth, reset Windows product activation. So Sysprep is Microsoft system preparation tool. So for Windows operating system deployment. So it is used to prepare an operating system for cloning and restoration via a disk image. So there are two ways to carry out the Sysprep procedure on a computer, either from the outset when you install Windows 7 by entering audit mode or a system that is already running. So if you are creating a new image of Windows 7 from scratch, so it would be a good idea to start preparing the system directly from audit mode to avoid any problems. So in audit mode, So install a clean copy of Windows 7 on your reference PC from scratch. So once the installation of Windows 7 completes, so wait until the first screen of the out-of-box experience or the OOBE appears, so which will ask you to enter the computer's name. So in this screen, press the combination or the key Control Shift F3. So immediately after this key press, the computer restarts automatically and logs into Windows 7 with the administrator account. So when you enter audit mode, you will remain in the same status. So automatically, even after multiple restarts when installing updates and applications. So the audit mode is exited with the shutdown process through Sysprep. So the Sysprep window will appear automatically on the desktop, so which will allow us to complete the system preparation process. So now you can install all updates, applications, and anything else you want to have pre-installed on the Windows 7 deployment image you create. So after completing the installation, open the System Preparation Tool window and select Enter System Out of Box Experience, which is the OOB. So from the drop-down menu. So in the shutdown options drop-down, select the shutdown and click OK to complete the process. So now the Windows 7 will perform certain tasks automatically for the Sysprep process and then shut down the computer. So a problem or error occurs during the procedure is due to the Windows Media Player network sharing service. So that is enabled by default in Windows 7. So for this reason, so it is advisable to disable the service before completing the final process of the system preparation. So creating a bootable Windows PE. So Windows 7 and Windows Server use Windows PE. So Windows PE is a bootable startup environment so that provides operating system features for the following, like in installation, when you install Windows 7, the graphical tools that collect system information during the setup phase are running within Windows PE. So Windows PE or WinPE is a small operating system used to install, deploy, and repair Windows desktop editions, Windows Server, and other Windows operating system. So from Windows PE, you can set up your hard drive. So before installing Windows. So install Windows by using apps or scripts from a network or in a local drive. So to create a bootable WinPE media, the Windows Assessment and Deployment Kit, which is the ADK deployment tools, and the ADK WinPE add-ons include command line utilities so that make it easy to create bootable WinPE media. So copy PE creates a working set of WinPE files. So make WinPE media uses the working set of files to create a bootable WinPE media. So make WinPE media can create bootable WinPE USB drives, virtual hard disks, or ISOs that allow you to boot a VM or burn to a DVD or CD. Capturing and applying the installation image by using the image X. So it is a command line tool that is used to capture, modify, and apply file-based Vim images. So use image X to first view the contents of a WIM file, capture and apply images, mount images for offline image editing, store multiple images in a single file, compress the image files, implement scripts for image creation. So you can use your bootable media with image X to apply a captured image to a standalone system. So the image can be stored and applied from several different locations, so including the following, so like USB flash drive, in a removable USB hard drive, or in a drive on the existing system. So you use the image X/apply command to apply an image. So the /apply command includes the following options like image file. So this is the full path and file name of the WIM file containing the volume image, whereas the image number, so this is the index number that identifies the image within the WIM file. So you can use the image X/info command to identify the index number. So if your WIM file includes more than one image. So if there is only one image in the file, so it has an index number of 1. And then we have image name. So instead of the number, you can use the image name. So if the name contains any spaces, so it must be enclosed in quotes or in double quotation code. So the image X/info command also identifies the image name and the image path. So the path where the image will be applied. So this is normally, like for example, drive C. So that is the basic syntax in applying an image using the image X. So modifying images by using the DISM. So you can make changes to offline mounted or applied Windows images so without booting into the operating system. So mounted images are the WIM VHD files that have their contents mapped to a folder. So changes to mounted images are made from either in a personal computer or from WinPE. So you run the DISM commands against a mounted image, so as well as run common file operations, so such as copying, paste, and renaming on a mounted image. So to save changes you make to the image, use the /commit option when you use the DISM to unmount the image. So to make changes to a mounted image, so use the DISM/image. So applied images are the WIM VHD image files so that have been applied to a specified partition. So offline changes to an applied image are usually performed from WinPE. So to make changes to an applied image, use the DISM/image. Migrating user settings and data. So by using the USMT 4.0. So it is a scriptable command line tool that provides a highly customizable user profile migration experience for IT professionals. So the USMT components, you have the scan state and load state, config.xml and migration.xml files, component manifest for Windows Vista, Windows 7, and down level manifest for Windows XP. And we have the USMT internal files. So the USMT 4.0, it is a command line utility. So that allows you to automate the process of user profile migration. So the USMT is part of the Windows Automated Installation Kit, so which is the WAIK, and is a better tool for performing a large number of profile migration, so than the WET, so which is the Windows Easy Transfer. So the USMT can write data to a removable USB storage device or a network share, but cannot perform a direct side-by-side migration over the network, so from the source to the destination computer. The USMT does not support user profile migration, so using the Windows Easy Transfer cable. So USMT migration occurs in two phases. So first, exporting profile data from the source computer using the scan state. And second, importing profile data on the destination computer using load state. So the USMT 4.0 allows you to capture user accounts, user files, and operating system and application settings. The USMT tool also migrates access control lists for files and folders, so ensuring that permissions set on the source computer are retained on the destination computer. So you can use the USMT to migrate profile data to computers so running Windows 7 from computers running Windows XP, the Windows Vista, and Windows 7. So you can also use the USMT to migrate data from computers so running Windows 7 so to Windows Vista. But you cannot use USMT to migrate Mac network drives, local printers, and device drivers, passwords, shared folder permissions, and internet connection sharing settings. You cannot use the USMT to migrate data from computers running Windows 7 to computers running Windows XP. So unlike Windows Easy Transfer, where you select the particular items you want to migrate when you are running the application with USMT, you configure a set of migration rules so prior to the migration, so that specify what data to export from the source computer. Configuring the VHDs. So a native boot VHD is a VHD that can be used as the running operating system on a computer, so without a parent operating system. Okay, so creating VHD, so using the DISM part tool and DISM management, which is the MMC. So attach the VHD to the host computer and then prepare the VHD, install the Windows 7 to the VHD, and then deploy the VHD. So copy the VHD to computer to run in VM. So copy the VHD to computer to run in native boot and use the WDS to deploy the VHD images for native boot. So the virtual hard disks or the VHDs are virtualized hard disk files that once mounted or appear and operate pretty much identically to a physical hard drive. So they are most commonly used with Hyper-V virtual machines. So the VHDs appear just like physical disks, so in this management. So when a VHD has been attached, so that is made available to the system for use, it appears blue. So if the disk is detached, so that is made unavailable, so its icon reverts to gray. So on your lesson 5, configuring application compatibility, we have common application compatibility problems, the common mitigation methods, updating shifts. The common application compatibility problems may relate to the following areas, like setup and installation of applications, user account control, Windows resource protection, Internet Explorer protected mode, 64-bit architecture, Windows filtering platform, operating system version changes, kernel mode drivers, and deprecated components. So in its 20 plus years of productive use, the Microsoft Windows has gone through many versions. So experienced many changes, witnessed ongoing introductions of new interfaces and technologies, and had its fair share of legacy application compatibility issues. So with Windows Vista, the introduction of a new driver model prevented older Windows applications from running on the new operating system. So this changed not only Black Vista upgrades for many items of hardware, so from audio devices to printers, but it is also contributed to slow adoption by customers using XP. So Windows 7 uses the same driver model, so that was introduced with Vista's release to manufacturing on year 2006, and by now, the vast majority of hardware devices run on both operating systems. So the common mitigation methods include the following: modifying the application configuration, applying updates or service packs, upgrading the application, modifying the security configuration, running the application in a virtualized environment, using application compatibility features built into the operating system, selecting another application. So there are really a major risk involved in running an unsupported operating system. So the first is that a previously undiscovered vulnerability exists on the system, and the vulnerability is used in an attack. So the second risk is that the institution cannot update other critical software because software providers no longer support the outdated operating system. So there are a number of ways so that this risk can be mitigated, and institutions are encouraged to research and implement as many of these as possible. So first, purchase extended support from Microsoft. Second, segregate Windows 7 systems. Third, turn workstations into terminals. Fourth, take internet access away. And fifth, have a well-documented plan. So updating shims. So a shim is a software added to an existing application or other program. So to provide some form of enhancement or stability. So in the application compatibility context, a shim refers to a compatibility fix. So use the compatibility administrator tool to search for a compatibility fix for an existing application, create a new compatibility fix, and to deploy a compatibility fix, store the compatibility fix database locally or in a network location. So use the sdbin.st.exe command line tool to install the compatibility fix. Okay, so thank you for listening. So have a nice day to all of you. So I'm Din Jing.